Tina McDonald, artist in residence with Imagine Crafts featuring Sukaneko. Today we're going to be using toilet paper rolls and some beautiful Kaleidacolor to create some pillow boxes. So we're beginning here with just a regular empty toilet paper roll, and we're going to flatten it. And then on each end we're going to fold in a little bit on each side just to create a little bit of a closure. We don't want it to overlap too much, but we're going to do a little bit on each end, just right to the tips. Now, I don't know about you, but I know that for me, I want to decorate this up so it doesn't actually look like a toilet paper roll when I use it for a gift. All right, so we're going to trim a strip of white cardstock, just long enough to wrap around our toilet paper roll with a little bit extra. Now we're going to take our Kaleidacolor ink pads, and we're using the Blue Breeze for this first sample. Now I've gone ahead and clicked my colors together, and then I'm going to stamp several times right onto my craft mat. Now we'll take the ink potion number 9, and we're going to wet up our ink really well. With a paintbrush, go ahead and blend those colors together just slightly, and then we're going to dip our cardstock directly into the ink, and we're going to soak up all that ink into our cardstock. So you can leave it whenever you find that you like the way it's looking, go ahead and leave it. I wanted to add a little bit more color because I want all the white spots covered up. So I'm going to add a little bit more onto my craft mat and continue until all of the white has been covered with my color. You'll see in my second example that by leaving it a little bit more into the lines, you can create a really neat look as well. Now, before we adhere this down onto our pillow box, I want to add some stamping. So I'm going to be using the VersaFine inks. I'm using Deep Lagoon here, and I'm using this fun stamp, which is from Jelly Bean Soup. So I'm just going to stamp randomly across the entire surface, just as many or as few as you would like. And then I'm also going to take a smaller stamp, and I'm going to use the VersaFine Imperial Purple, and we're going to fill in some of those smaller areas. Now we're going to take a double-sided adhesive tape, and we're going to adhere a little bit to both edges, and we're going to adhere this centered around our little pillow box. This is so cute. I see so many possibilities here. What you do next is entirely up to you. I'm using some twine here to tie a little bow. This helps to keep the edges of our pillow box closed. Then I'm also going to stamp a sentiment from the same stamp set that we used the flowers from, so from Jelly Bean Soup. And I'm going to stamp this in the Deep Lagoon color of VersaFine ink. Just stamp it onto white cardstock, and then we're going to trim the edges into a little point at the end so we get a little bit of a ribbon look going on. I've adhered it on there with a little foam square, and I'm also going to finish it off with a little button. So simple and so easy to do. Let me show you another sample that I did using the Bouquet Kaleidacolor ink pad. So for this example, I've used the Bouquet Kaleidacolor ink pad, and I love the way it turned out because I kept my colors from blending. So I just added the ink potion number 9 and kept my colors in the line. And I really like how that turned out. So I wanted to show you my second sample as well, because it all depends on what colors you use and how you blend them together, how it all turns out. Now I certainly could have left it like this, as I really like the look, but I did go ahead and stamp the flowers on here. So again, the larger flower, I'm using Deep Lagoon from VersaFine. And then for the smaller flowers, I wanted something a little more subtle. So I used the Mementos Cantaloupe color, and I really like how that worked out. And that finishes today's tutorial. These are super easy but so cute. Thanks so much for watching. For more project ideas, be sure to follow Imagine Crafts on Facebook, Pinterest, and at imaginecrafts.com.